Chris, it is good to see you again. How are you coming on Project 34 Olds? The car is coming along very nice. I just had the car painted. How long have you been working on this car? Well, you and your dad picked up the car for me back in 1983, remember? Yes, I remember it well. You were very sick and could not pick up the car yourself. My dad and I drove to Ohio to pick it up. The car was in very good original condition. It would have been a perfect candidate for a full original restoration. Yes, it was very nice, but I am a street rod guy at heart. So I butchered it, I see. And what modifications have you made to this car? I scrapped the engine, transmission, and the front and rear suspension. Chris, were these parts defective? No, Ken, these parts were in great condition, but I have no use for them as I am building a street rod. I opted for a late model suspension and drivetrain. What engine will you be using in Project 34 Olds? I am using a Grand National turbocharged Buick V6. I understand that the Grand National Buicks are wicked-ass fast. Is this correct? Yes, Ken, the Grand National Buicks are wicked-ass fast. I have made modifications to make Project 34 Olds even faster. What engine modifications did you make? I have installed oversized blueprinted fuel injectors, a hot camshaft, and I have increased the boost to the turbo. Chris, let me get this straight. Buick Grand Nationals are wicked-ass fast and they weigh about 3,800 pounds. Project 34 Olds has a weight of about 2,500 pounds. Plus the engine has been modified to produce significantly more horsepower. Yes, this car will be extremely wicked-ass fast. And, what about the body? Are you leaving it completely stock? My original plan was to keep it completely stock with some minor modifications. What minor modifications did you make, Chris? I replaced the firewall to accommodate the late model drivetrain and systems. I also recessed the rear license plate holder. Chris, have you made any other modifications to this pristine original car? Yes, I chopped the top 1½ inches. That is a lot of work for only 1½ inches. Why so little? I wanted to keep people guessing as to whether it was chopped or not. I believe I have achieved the goal. By the way, Ken, how are you coming on Project 66R? The firewall and floor pan are painted and complete. The rest of the body is in primer and the rolling chassis is completely done. I am now working on the Dynaflow transmission. I am rebuilding it to exact factory specifications. Why are you using the original Dynaflow transmission? Are they not problematic and prone to leakage? I would have used a late model Turbo 400. Yes, this is true. They are problematic and prone to leakage, but I must keep it all original, as this is a restoration, not a street rod. What engine are you using in front of this dinosaur of a transmission? How about a 572 cubic inch big block Chevy engine like Jay Leno used in his Buick Roadmaster? That would be nice if I were building a street rod, as you are. I will be using the original 322 cubic inch nailhead engine that came in the car. Ken, are you going to modify the engine for more horsepower? Like a hot camshaft or headers? What about some lake pipes, Chris? That would not be original. I may install a mild camshaft as long as I end up with a smooth idle. This would be acceptable. As you know, Buicks must be powerful, quiet and smooth. Ken, will your 1955 Buick Century be as wicked-ass fast as my 34 Olds? No, not even close. However, it was considered a factory hot rod in 1955. It will pass anything on the road, but a gas station. Ken, it sounds like we both have a lot of work to do. We better both go back to our garages and get to work so we can finish our cars. Yes, we better pick up the pace so we can finish our cars before we are too old to drive them, or our wives kick our asses out of the house. Yes, our wives have been very patient. We better not push it. I will call you next week and give you a progress report. Goodbye, Ken. Goodbye, Chris.